Hey guys, hello and welcome to Social Kandura Tech. Here's where we review the latest technology that's out there for you. This week we've got the best from Samsung, which is the Samsung Buds. We've got the Samsung Buds Pro and we've got the regular Samsung Buds. Now, a lot of Samsung's technology is revolving around what AI has to do and how well they're able to integrate it into our day-to-day devices. We've seen this on the Galaxy 6, this Fold 6, in case you haven't seen that, that's going to be here. And the amount of AI that Samsung has brought into that more than the hardware changes is what really makes these devices stand out. Now, between the Buds 3 and the Buds Pro, there are some very slight differences that you might notice. Both of these devices have a very standard looking feature. Both of them look very similar, but the differences come down when you get into the details. So we've got the Buds 3 Pro here and we've got the regular Buds. I'm going to go ahead, open these up and show you what's in the box, what do you get and which one could be your best choice. So let's get started with the Buds 3 Pro as that's the bigger brother over here. So let's see what the technology that Samsung has put into this. So right off the box, you get a black kit to it and I like the texture that Samsung has put into this. So let's go ahead and open it. And it looks really impressive. If you see what this looks like, it's a completely new design and let's see what it hosts. Now this is what you get when you take the case out, and right off the back what you really like is the clear top. So now Samsung's got a very nice design and it's got a very premium feel to it. You've got your single touch button here and then you've got the USB 3 charger on this side. Very premium look and it's very light, and I really like this transparent tip on the top. Now, as soon as you open it up, you can see that the light comes on, and very good distinguishing factors that Samsung has put in is the orange is for your right and the blue is for your left. Before we get into more what this is, let's see what you get in the box. Now in the box, you get the Samsung reader's manual, owner's manual that you can see. That's about it. You don't get anything else. So on this, you should be having a charger to charge the device. So there you go. So you do get a very nice Type-C charger, which can be used to charge the device. So this just goes in here. There you go. So that's a dedicated charger that you can get for these devices. And then you get some packaging and you get your user's manual as well. Quick start guide. So that's everything that's included in the box. So what we've got over here is just this and this. Now we're talking about the build quality about this, and there are lots of hidden features on this which you discover as you use it for a while. So now let's go ahead and open this, and as you can see, you have a one-touch operation. You open it, you have a green light that comes up over here. And what's really nice about this is that Samsung's integrated. So there are actually LED lights inside the Buds over here which light up, and you can choose how it reacts. And you notice that there is no buttons over here, and I feel like there's no touch pads over here. That's because Samsung's now introduced the pinch feature. So there's actually a button which is hidden on this side. To control the system, you have to pinch it, and every time you pinch it, it's a bit of a tricky to get that pinch right, but it's on the lower side. When you pinch it, you get an optical feedback that your command has been received. You can do stuff like, switch off and on your adaptive controls, your music, your volumes, all of that can be done over here. Now these do bring in a lot of new technological features which I particularly really love. For example, if you need to take the volume up, all you've got to do is slide up and the volume goes down, goes up. If you want to bring it down, you can bring that down. Change the song is double click on this, change the song is single click. So you can change what those functionalities do. What I really like about these Buds is how well they fit, and that's one of the unique reasons that makes the Buds 3 Pro different from the regular Buds. Let's go ahead and open the Buds and see how different those are to the Buds 3 Pro. Now let's dive into what the Samsung Buds 3 has to offer. This is the regular version, and let's go ahead and open it to see what all is included in this. So we open the box. Now right off, as you would on the Buds 3 Pro, you've got this over here, which I believe is going to have the charger and the user manual. That's right. So you get a USB 3 charger and a user manual to obviously charge, operate and understand what these Buds Pro have to start about. Now what I really like is the way that this looks very similar to the Buds 3 Pro. If I were to keep the Buds 3 Pro and this together, you probably wouldn't make out the difference. Now this also has a single touch operation. You open that, you have the same blue light, sorry, the same green light that you see on the Buds 3 Pro, and a blue and an orange over here. Now these are slightly different in terms of the Buds 3 Pro. While the Buds 3 Pro is in-ear, these are actually not in-ear. So these are your regular ones, and you would notice that these also don't have any physical buttons, and these doors have the lights. So on the Buds 3 Pro, you get the LED lights over here, but on these ones, they are plain. This whole thing is blacked out. Now you do get the same pinch feature, so you can pinch on it and you can customize what that does. Now there's a lot of difference between the sound quality between these two. You still get the single button and you still get, so the exterior of this is very similar to the Buds 3 Pro, including the clear case. So when you hold it at a distance, you can't tell whether it's the Buds 3 Pro or the Buds 3. This could be a good or a bad thing depending on how you want to look at it. I'm going to bring up the Buds 3 Pro now, and then let's talk about the differences. So now you've got both of these out of the bag, and you can see literally there is no difference on the case that both of these have to offer. So much so that even if I open it, you still can't tell which one's which. Of course, you can now with the lights that comes on. So I'm going to take out one bud of the Buds 3 Pro. I'm going to take one bud from the Buds, and I'll tell you about the differences that these two have and why the Buds 3 Pro might actually be a better option. Now, right off the back, you would notice that the internal structure of this is very different. The Buds 3 Pro seems a little bit mightier, and it also features an in-ear headphones, whereas these are not the in-ear ones. So right off the back, you're going to have a lot of differences between the sound quality and the isolation. Now the Buds 3 Pro, because it fits so well, sounds better. But there's one more thing that makes the Buds 3 Pro sounds better. The Buds 3 Pro has two drivers that drive exceptional sound clarity, whereas the Buds 3 has only a single driver. There are more structural differences when you look very closely, which is the placement of the mics. As you can see that these sections are over here, while on this it's placed slightly differently. And now the weight for both seem pretty much the same. However, there is additional features that you get on the Buds 3 Pro, which are these lights, which I'll show you in a second, and these don't stay. Now, apart from the driver and the way that the device look and feel, there are a few AI features which the Buds 3 gets, which the Buds 3 Pro gets, and the Buds 3 doesn't. They do get a host of similar features, i.e. both of these have good amount of noise cancelling, and both of these are equipped with the static 360-degree audio and a few other audio enhancements that you can get from the proprietary Samsung software. Now, what makes the Buds 3 Pro stand out is, thanks to its noise cancellation devices and the way that it's set up, you actually get 2 to 3 more additional features over the Buds 3. Not only do you get very good sound quality thanks to the fitment and the additional drivers, and you also get a cooler design with these lights over here, which look really nice when you're listening to music, which you can change, by the way. You have 3 different options on how the light works on these devices. There are 3 different AI features which have been introduced onto this. The first is the Instant Translate. The Instant Translate lets you, once you have paired it with your Galaxy device, lets you change the language as the person in front of you is talking. So this device then essentially becomes a very quick teleprompter. You can put it onto your ear and anybody can be talking any language. It's going to automatically translate it and give you the language preference of your ear going into that. So that's the biggest advantage. Second is, it does have 3 different modes of noise cancelling, which you can only with the Buds 3 Pro. So you have the adaptive noise cancelling, which can reduce. You can also change the intensity. You have a mode called as the ambient mode, where you can have music playing in with the sound quality of this, and you can also hear the ambient noises as well. You can change how much you hear or how little you hear. It also has voice detection. So let's say if I have my earphone on full blast, and if someone talks close enough to me, it actually pauses the music for 10 seconds for the person to understand what was being said. Now, because it has external mics, everything comes through. Gone are the days when you could be wearing an in-ear headphone and you're completely isolated and you don't know what's happening around you. Thanks to this feature, anyone that talks to you, it pauses the video, which I think is great AI. There's one more very unique stuff on this. It has the ability to identify noises that come in from emergency vehicles or any fire emergency as well. So you might have this on at full blast, you might be listening to music at full blast, but if there's a fire alarm that's going off, or if there's an emergency vehicle passing you, this will actually pause the music and let the ambient noise through, so you can stay safe and you know exactly what's happening all around you. All of these features sound very good on paper, but the question still remains is how usable these devices are. Now, both of these devices range between 6 to 8 hours of active listening, so it can last up to 6 to 8 hours with a standby time that is much higher. Technology has come a long way when it comes to all of these Samsung devices, and paired with the latest Samsung Fold 6 and these devices, personally, it has been one of the best audiovisual experiences that you can come into. The earphones are getting smarter by the day, and there's no denying that their AI is here to stay, and I'm very happy to see that Samsung's putting real-world AI to use to make a better user experience. Now, both these earphones can be connected with the Samsung device, and you have a dedicated app for it called as the Samsung Wearable. Now I have it connected, and you can see it's showing the 3 different options which I was telling you about, which is the ambient sound mode, the adaptive sound, and then the active noise cancelling. Host of features that you get over here, and there's also an app. There's also a section within this app that lets you choose to make sure that your fitment is perfect or not. So there you have it, guys. That's the final comparison between the Buds 3 Pro and the Buds 3. While both of those are stunning devices, the Buds 3 Pro has slight edge over hardware and software features which is built into it as well. So if you're in the market for for a great quality earphones, and if you want to complete the Samsung Galaxy ecosystem, these buds are definitely something which you should definitely consider. I personally use the Buds 3 Pro and would highly recommend that you go for the upgraded Buds 3 Pro if you can, as it advises a lot of other tech, and in real life situations those really come in handy. For more such content, make sure that you follow Social Kandura and let us know in the comments what do you think of our review.